Hi everybody, welcome. So today I wanted to finish up the week and kind of give you a metaphor, I guess, of what we've been talking about. This idea that we as the authentic self, formless awareness of being, life itself, project our light, our essence, our life essence into a projected idea of ourselves, which we call the person or the identity, the ego, the paradigm, who we believe ourselves to be. When I say we, I mean we as that one pure life essence. As that identity, we have forgotten what we actually are, and we're only believing that we're this out here, and we suffer because of all the other thoughts that we have about maintaining this identity. We say, I want my life. What if I lose my life? What if I lose my job? What if I lose? It's always about trying to hold on to what we call attachment to things. If we can hold on to those things that we have, our relationships, wealth, whatever, home, place to live, a car, a job, even our feeling of confidence, if we lose that, lose our health, our fitness, whatever, we feel like we're losing a part of ourselves, an aspect of ourselves, and we feel like we're less, we're not whole, we're not complete, we're dying, we're wilting, yes, away like a plant would wilt. And the identity is so afraid of anything that would jeopardize its sense of saying, I exist, and I'm whole and complete. So what I wanted to share today was this idea of, when you go, well, at least when I was a kid, I can only share what I've experienced. When I was a kid, we had amusement parks, and they had roller coasters and that kind of thing, but they always had fun houses, right? And then I want to take that fun house analogy, and at Halloween, and you can still go to them, in Halloween, there's places that put on really big haunted houses, right? So two different ideas, a fun house and a haunted house. But in both the fun house and the haunted house, we go into that and we experience either the fun or the fear of what's happening within the haunted house or the fun house. So I remember going through, I grew up on the East Coast, so there was maybe you guys, this will sound familiar to you. There used to be a park up in, I forgot where it was, in Massachusetts, called Riverside Park. And so we would go up once a year, and one of the things I loved doing besides the roller coaster was the fun house. And so in the fun house, they'd have all these different things, ramps that would move when you walked on them, so you'd feel like, whoa, and all sorts of, and then you'd get in front of those mirrors that were all warped, and you'd look at yourself, and like your head would be really big and all right, and your body be short and whatever, and right? Through the whole experience, though, you would go through that in this sense of, we're going to have fun. No matter what's going to happen in there, we're going to have fun. Yes? And when you come out the other side, though, and you come out of it, you're back to being you again. You go, okay, and here I am again. This is what I am. I wasn't any of the stuff that happened in there. It was fun, but I'm not attached to any of that. It's fun it was fun to experience, and I'm not going to hold on to it saying, I need to go back in there. I need to always feel like I'm whoa in the drawer, right? So that's happening. The identity does that. It finds things and it says, oh, that makes me feel good. Oh, that was a lot of fun. And right now, same aspect, but let's take it to the haunted house during Halloween. And I actually worked in one for a couple years. I was the wolf man. We go into those, right? And we're already going in with an expectation of being frightened, but it's a fun kind of frightening, right? But there are some people that go in, especially little kids, because they don't know any different. They get in, they get scared to death in there, and they're screaming and crying, right? But when we're in there, we're getting startled, and we scream, and we, right? And we can get really like nervous in the whole bit because we don't know what to expect, and we don't want to be afraid again. No, somebody grabbing our ankle. And we get really worked up until the exit sign, and we're like, oh, we get through the exit, and we're okay. You get back outside, and you're like, okay, that wasn't real. But while you were in it, there was a lot of anxiety and fear for most of us, right? It really builds up like, oh, what's going to happen? Those are the things we don't really want in life. Both of those aspects, the fun house and the haunted house, are all aspects of, in a sense, your identity, who you believe yourself to be safe and secure. And within that identity, we have created ideas of what's fun to us and what's not fun to us, what makes us feel good and loved and joyful and successful and confident and all those different things, yeah? And we have ideas of what make us feel fearful and worried and doubtful and anxious and not feeling good about ourselves, right? Feeling lost, all these kind of things. Bitterness, jealousy, anger, resentment, even melancholy and boredom. It's all mixed in with that identity. And what are they? They're just thoughts. They're just concepts, thousands upon thousands of concepts that are being held together by the one pure consciousness of I am, or there is a sense that you know that you are existing, not as the person. All of those other thoughts that we talked about, that's just an overlay on top of the pure essence of just, I know that I am. What you're experiencing right now, it's just you're experiencing that you know that you are with an overlay of all those concepts of the person. And you're saying, I know myself to be this person with all these concepts. And you don't need that. That's the point. So recognize that no matter what thoughts you're having, in general, they're all going to be based on or from your sense of identity that's then saying, based on how I know myself, what I know myself to be, this person with all my thoughts about what's good and bad and indifferent, then you project that out onto an experience, which we started, that's what our first conversation was this week. And then you color, in not a good way, yes, you muddy up the experience of what might be happening, and you throw a whole bunch of stuff on top of it, and you're making something more out of it than it should be. You've heard that before. You're making too much out of this. It's just what it is. It shouldn't be making you happy or making you sad. The happiness that you're looking for, the joy, is a sense of completeness and wholeness, which is what you already are as your authentic nature. And the more you begin to realize this, the less you will keep attaching meaning to things that happen in your life and saying, because that happened and this is what it means to me and I don't like it. And because that happened, it means this to me and it makes me feel good. Can you see that back and forth and back and forth and back and forth within the concepts of your identity that causes all of this, what we call pain and suffering? And you don't need to, all right? So that's it for this week. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you're doing well. And if you have thoughts or questions, send them in. All you got to do is direct message me or just put a little message in the bottom. You can reach out to me through my email. That's all there on the Facebook page. You can get all that access to that. We even give you links with every video. So there's either a link above or a link below to reach out and contact me. Share this with a friend, guys. You never know how much something like this can actually help somebody else. Yeah? I just love sharing. So that's it. Take good care, guys. Bye-bye.